You might think these tourists had just won the lottery. In fact, they've simply managed to find a taxi in Paris.
It's impossible to get a taxi every time when we need it. This is why we think that it's the most difficult problem in Paris.
They
They can do what they like, so they just ignore little trips in Paris and spend all day at the airport.
I'm still looking. If you find one for me, thanks in advance.
Shortage of taxis is a constant problem in the French capital. Despite being the most popular tourist destination in the world, with only 17,500 registered taxis, it's way behind cities like New York, London or even Istanbul. No wonder many people think they've spotted a niche in the market.
Là, je suis en train de recevoir une course. Voilà, on y va.
This chauffeur-driven car service was formed in 2010 when authorities opened the sector up, and it's far from the only one. More than 300 similar firms sprung up last year alone. Their main concern is distinguishing themselves from regular taxis.
The driver is well dressed. That's very important for our clients. And inside the vehicle, you've got all kinds of facilities. Wi-Fi, seat controls, bottles of water, lots of little things that make our clients love us.
The extra touches add up to 20% higher fares than regular taxis. But that doesn't stop the taxi drivers being furious about their new rivals.
It's unfair competition, especially since they don't need to have a license.
They go looking for customers at source, like at airport arrivals or outside train stations.
Now the government's announced further regulation to try and placate the cabbies. Unlicensed cars will no longer be able to pick passengers up in the streets, use lighted signs or have a meter. But 200 new taxi licences will be issued to try and ease demand. Enough to appease the taxi drivers perhaps, but not necessarily the pedestrians of Paris.